CCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160 as Jake hustles and bustles around in order to get Michelle Jordan up on the air with us on Facebook, in addition to being here on the air with us. It is a Monday morning. It's Monday, June the 21st today. She is Michelle Jordan. She is with the Arc of Indiana County and other things. And we talked with her this morning. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Boy, it got all of it sudden very dark in here, didn't it, Michelle? My goodness. My goodness. Jake closed the blinds. That gives him a better picture as we go Facebook Live. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
It's good to have you with us today. So are you all pumped up from having all of that extra work over the weekend with the ARC garage sale?
Yes, the garage sale definitely has me popping every day, trying to get everything arranged, and the donations have been great, and we still need a lot of donations actually for the next 3 days.
Okay.
And then the sales this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So.
All right. So folks only need to take their items to the old Bilo along Wayne Avenue.
Correct, across from the KCAC, 10 to 6. We could really use some more furniture and a lot of garden tools and guy stuff. We don't have a lot of those items. So.
Furniture, garden tools, guy stuff.
Guy stuff.
Guy stuff. I'll back the pickup truck up to the barn. I'll be right in. No, we could actually do that and very, very easily. But the Arc of Indiana County is one thing. Special Olympics is a whole other thing. And we want to talk with you this morning about that because you're very much involved leading the Special Olympics effort here in Indiana County, too.
So I'm also the program manager of Armstrong, Indiana County Special Olympics, and we are really excited to get back into everything that we used to do prior to the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And we are actually holding 2 sports clinics this summer just to get the athletes back involved again. They're a one-day clinic. There's 2 sports that are merging with our local program. One is softball in Armstrong County, and one is equestrian here in Indiana County. Oh, okay. And those clinics are, I believe equestrian is July 10th, and the softball clinic is July 17th. And if anybody's interested becoming an athlete and wanting to be involved with those clinics, to reach out to me. Mm-hmm. And they can reach me at smileincluded@hotmail.com is my Special Olympic email, and I'll get them the required paperwork in order to get that moving along.
Smile included.
Yes, at hotmail.com.
At hotmail.com. I like it. I like that.
So this fall, we're all set to jump right into fall sports. It will all be in person. We're so excited. Probably taught about 96% of my athletes are vaccinated at this point. They have one of the highest vaccination rates underneath actually above the elderly at this point. So we're thrilled about that because that means more involvement, more person-to-person involvement. Mm-hmm. And we'll start bocce out at the S&T Arena at the White Township Building in August. And then we'll also do long-distance walking and running on the Hoodlebug here in Indiana. And both sports will also be offered in Armstrong County as well. So
terrific. That's absolutely terrific. Of course, not able to do as much, if anything, in person over the last year because of the pandemic. And that really, we talk about the vaccine and about people who are partakers of the Special Olympics and how vulnerable particular society they are. And so that 96% rate is very, very encouraging. But then there's all of the difficulties that they have in their lives anyway, and then you throw the pandemic on top of it. You take away something that they so look forward to. So it's great to have it back.
Yeah, the mortality rate, even with these individuals and with Down syndrome individuals, was second to the elderly, and a lot of the population doesn't know that the death rate was extremely high for our individuals. And so Special Olympics Pennsylvania, International, North America has really pushed the vaccine in order to keep our individuals safe. But the pandemic really affected our individuals in such a negative impact in the sense of a lot of them were on total lockdown in order to keep them safe. Mm-hmm. and their staff safe. In Armstrong County, we did lose individuals and staff in Armstrong County, not in Indiana County, but in Armstrong County. So unfortunately, our Special Olympics keeps them active, keeps them healthy, So during the pandemic, they really became very inactive. So we have a lot of work ahead of us to get them back to where we were prior to the pandemic. Special Olympics of Pennsylvania is launching kind of a whole wellness approach to their training in sports with healthy eating, healthy activities, even after Special Olympics training, trying to really give them a well-rounded approach to get the athletes back to where they need to be.
Now, many of the Special Olympics athletes also are involved with the ARC, correct?
Yes, they sure are.
Yeah.
I think because I wear both hats, everybody seems to know about the ARC now as well. And we just launched a Spirit of Food program, Todd, that I received a grant from the PA Links and Disability Aging Services that involves a box of food, logging on to a Zoom class to take a chef cooking class, learning how to cut their food safety. But everything is free to our individuals. So we're launching that to my Special Olympic athletes and the individuals of Indiana County. So they really are hand in hand with parallel missions with Special Olympics and the ARC.
And did you not tell me a week or so ago that during the pandemic, those involved with the ARC, and therefore we would assume with Special Olympics, you did whatever you could to get them active, even though you couldn't be with them in person?
A lot of programs really just shut down. I think they just did not have the means to, make things happen, logistics. But I've done sports all my life, Todd. So to me, it was just really important to let them know that, for one, that we still were thinking of them, want them to stay active. So I created several at-home fitness trainings and mailed them out to the athletes each season with gifts and prizes from the program. If they were able to complete their chart and mail that back in. And that actually kept us closer to the athletes during the pandemic. A lot of programs actually lost their athlete, clientele or what have you, because there wasn't that connection anymore. So the athletes moved on to something else. And so now that Special Olympics is restarting, the athletes, their time is full. And so they're not re-engaging, but we're not finding that with our athletes. They're really excited, and I've also actually gained new athletes during the pandemic. So
your group is intact for the most part.
Yes.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
And because so many of them need caretakers that are going to be able to help them, support them, even supervise them all the time, then you're in contact with them as well. So getting them re-involved in actual in-person activities shouldn't be as hard for you, because you spent the last year working so hard to make sure that when this time comes, they're ready.
Yeah, and all the contacts, I have that all updated. So I do have everybody's information, and that is all updated. So sometimes that's the biggest barrier, is actually not having the correct address or the correct contact. But I do have all that information now. I just mailed out a fall letter for this past week. That goes out to 150 athletes, letting them know about what's happening this fall and about the clinics. And and also the caregivers, reaching out to them and letting them know we would love for them to be volunteers. They know their sons, their daughters better than anybody as in the staff at the group homes as well. So we would love for them to get more involved.
They have special insights as well into what others might be going through simply from their own experiences. And so that's a really, really good thing. So all that being the case, we're talking about people who have been involved previously with Special Olympics, but we know that there are people out there who haven't been reached or who haven't chosen to participate. What do you say to those folks to get them involved?
There's several ways that they can look into everything that we're doing. One, they could go onto the Pennsylvania website, which is specialolympicspa.org. That's their website. And that shows all the things that Special Olympics Pennsylvania is doing. And our local program is on there as well. But our local program has a Facebook page, which is Special Olympics Pennsylvania, Armstrong, Indiana counties. And we post everything that we're doing on there, as well as a schedule. And you can also private message us on there if you have a question. Or you can go to my email, like I said, at smileincluded@hotmail.com. And I can get out athlete information, volunteer information, speaking engagements information, everything above, and even fundraising information as well.
We know for the caretakers themselves, it is such a burden to some of them, depending upon how functional their child or whoever it is that is involved in Special Olympics is. And because of that, they might feel an extra burden and think, I can't commit to something like that. I can't become involved in something like that. It's just too much on me right now. I can't add one more thing. That's not the case with Special Olympics, is it?
It isn't. I mean, we will work to get athletes to trainings. Actually, we're looking to launch what's called Unified Sports, Todd, in the school districts. I only have about 2 athletes that are under the age of 18 right now. And some of the reasons and the barriers are exactly what you're just explaining. The parents can't take on one more thing.
Yeah.
And so to combat that and break through that barrier, opening up sports inside the school districts, integrating it into their PE classes, and then also possibly right after school. All the school districts, even Armstrong County, are on board to possibly then launch flag football in the fall of 2022 and have
good.
clinics this fall, next spring, in partnership with the Indiana women's flag football team. And I think it's going to be huge. So
Yeah.
it is reaching those athletes that we're not able to reach right now.
Terrific. All right. So all that being the case, and with everything that we've covered here today, you told us there are things that are going to be happening this fall. We want to get people involved. We want people to participate in this. You could always use volunteers. And of course, the athletes themselves, that's the most important aspect of it all. So
And coaches. We need coaches.
you need coaches. All right. There you go. Coaches. And what were the sports that you said?
So this fall is bocce and long distance running and walking on the Huda Bug. It's about a 1,500 meter, almost a mile.
Let's guess that bocce coaches aren't just falling off of trees out there. They're not something you can, pluck out of the garden. So if somebody has a special knowledge of bocce, or just is willing to learn.
Yeah, because you don't have to know the sport to be a coach.
Yeah.
We'll teach you. It's just the willingness to help.
Yeah. Then they can get in touch. Smilesincluded@hotmail.com.
Without an S. Smile.
Smile
Smile
included.
included at hotmail.com.
There you go. Smileincluded@hotmail.com. Get in touch with Michelle. She can use you, and she can help you at the same time. Michelle, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks so much, Todd.
Our pleasure. It is the voice of Indiana County.